Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, it saddens me that YouTube has been jacking us the whole time. I haven't been saying anything about it, but today I'm going to say something because 2 days in a row, they sent me restrictive information, even though I already know they were doing oppression and repression on us. They don't want to know what's happening. They don't want to let people know what goes on around here and how to improve themselves. That's right. They're stopping us, ladies and gentlemen. So I need something from you. You guys are going to have to be a little bit more diligent. You guys are going to have to be part of this SSN Nation, this revolution. And welcome to Falsy Optics. Check. Stop struggling now, dear. Emerging millionaires, the gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And I want to thank you for being here on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page. And I want to mention, please share the videos because we need to help thousands, if not millions of other people. And please notice we have the join button over here on the right hand side. That means you receive 1 or 2 videos per month under the community tab, and you receive special messages under the community tab, and on Wednesday night lives, members only chat. And we're about to get into it, ladies and gentlemen, because I've been silent. I haven't talked about it much, but all I know is I don't like what I'm seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, most of the videos, in case you don't check views, which views don't really matter that much, unless, of course, you're worried about getting revenue from YouTube, then you may not understand what I'm about to talk about. But I'm going to have to talk about it now because they have been basically suppressing Stop Struggling Now Nation. The information that you guys are receiving, in my opinion, this helps ordinary citizens, the OCs. So therefore, we are being oppressed, suppressed, whatever you want to call it, and it's going down. At first, you may be thinking, what's he talking about? Here's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you something. This is going to start out a different way, actually. Here's the thing. Stop Struggling Now. I'm here at the Stop Struggling Now merchandise page. All right? We do have a StopStrugglingNow.com website. I rarely talk about it because on YouTube we don't have any reason to really go over to the StopStrugglingNow.com website. But as you can see, please get some gear. And yes, the prices have been added an additional money now. The prices have went up. All right? So please come over, get some gear. If you're a member of the channel, certain levels of a member, if you have 6 months or older of being at a certain level, you get free gear. So I will check it again after this video and see if anybody qualifies. But again, you'll be getting free gear. Now, let's get into the situation at hand. So whenever I released a video, and one of the videos I'm going to show you here is motivation, stay ready while deal with negative vibes or negative energy, right? A simple motivational video. I receive, all of a sudden I get this. We want to let you know that our team has reviewed your content and we don't think it's in line with our community guidelines. As a result, we've age restricted the following content. Video, story. What this actually means is it's not visible to everybody. And if a person's under 18, it's not visible to them. But how will you know if it's a person's under 18 if they're not logged in? So that means a person has to be logged in order to see the video. So that means they're not putting it out there for other people to see. That means it's restricting. That's called suppression, in my opinion. Now, in that video, what guidelines are they talking about? I don't use any profanity. There is no nudity. There isn't anything in the video, unlike many of you know, there's language, nudity, and a whole bunch of other stuff going on in videos. But yet, those millions of videos aren't being age restricted. All right? So I'm thinking, just like everybody else, hey, something's not adding up here. And something's definitely not adding up when I have the same amount of views as when I had 1,000 or 1,500 subscribers, and now we're up to over 12,000 subscribers, and we have the same amount of views on most 80 to 90% of the videos. That is a problem. But I kept my mouth shut. I started doing some research, checking some numbers, seeing if there's something I'm doing wrong. But lately, when this popped up right here, I was like, hold on. Wait a minute, what are they talking about? Their team reviewed my thing. Look at this. This is what comes up. All right? This is what comes up. Video unavailable. I'm not signed in. So that means most people, if you're not signed in, you're not going to see the video. And of course, it's not going to be in the recommended list. So that means it's suppression, right? So I'm thinking, okay, this is something very interesting. So now I say, let's go find out a little bit more, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm probably going to have to go to here. I didn't want to do that. But now, all of a sudden, I go and I sit there and I say, wow, let me go look at another age-restricted video. So in case you haven't checked out the story, under the story, I posted a video that is a drone shot, drone footage of Panorama, Punta Cana, and the whole Vista Cana area, which actually doesn't even have but a few buildings and nothing but dirt. All that's in the video is music, which is royalty free, and the video. No language, no talking, no nothing. It's just showing the landscape in Vista Cana. Okay? You guys can go to the story and look it out for yourself, right? Now, my second video in a row, I received this for my story video. Reviewed your content, and we don't think it's in line with community guidelines. And needless to say, you know what's in my head. I go, wait a minute. There's a whole bunch of people that have drone shots. None of their videos are restricted. What are you talking about? That would restrict another millions and millions of video. And then I'm playing royalty-free music too, so how are you talking about you reviewed my content and it's against community guidelines? That means somebody just pressed a button because it cannot be the algorithm, right? I don't think so. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to click on this here, right? Let's see where we go, because I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay? Video. We have it. So I won't play that just in case they're going to try and age restrict this again for my third video in a row. Now, here's the thing. That's a story video. So that's when today I get on chat. All right? I get on chat with YouTube. The YouTube guy proceeds to tell me, hey, here's our guidelines. I don't know. Maybe it was just a YouTube algorithm situation. And I started saying, guys, come on, don't be stupid. How can you talk to me like this? I'm like, okay, so you mean to tell me a video that just shows raw land and has music in it, and it's a story, it gets age restricted. Meanwhile, people are doing all kind of bad things on YouTube. And yet, if your YouTube algorithm is this sensitive, then shouldn't a whole bunch of people be up in arms for video restrictions, especially people that have drone shots and has music in the background? Their videos should be age restricted as well. Never mind about the age restricted for language, nudity, and everything else that's not appropriate. I'm sitting there like, this is unbelievable. Who are you talking to? I said, that's BS. So he starts this company line nonsense. And so what does he do? Here's the telltale sign. He tells me, I just age restricted your video. It's no longer age restricted. I was like, oh, that's cute. I thought it was the algorithm that gave me put on age restriction. Now I find out these guys can actually go in and manually do something. So it wasn't the algorithm. So there's actually some targeting going on, in my opinion. So I just want you guys to know what's really going on and don't pay attention to views and numbers, because I found out some other nonsense that they got going on. They actually can throttle back the views, change the views, or lower the views and stop the recommendations based on what some algorithm tells them allegedly. All right? So once again, let's recap a little bit on this, because that is the whole point here, just so you can see it again. So my last two, story and video, gets age restricted. He goes in and changes this one after, because this one's 59 seconds, he can watch it. I tell them, okay, go check out this other video. It's not 59 seconds, it's like 8-9 minutes. So I understand. You can get back with me later about that. But either way, it should not be age restricted, because there's no language problem, there's no nudity problem, there's no other problem in the video. And so he watched some of it and he goes, so far I don't see nothing. Then he sent me some other nonsense message back talking about go see the creator, community creator or whatever, YouTube Creator Academy. Go see this, go see that. And I'm just like, dude, no, I'm not going to go see anybody, because people have emailed me asking me, hey man, some people might be like using some of your content and they have way more views than you do. I said, I know this is how it can work, but I'm like, now I feel more like a targeted individual than just a random YouTube algorithm, because I've been studying this over time. And oh, by the way, let me explain something to you also with this second, with the one with my motivation. This right here says appeal here, right? Look at this. I'm going to show you. Here's what happens. Oh, sorry, I got to log in, so I guess I can't show you. Basically, what happens is it goes to a page where you can't appeal. It says you can't appeal on the page. All right? Again, BS. I call BS on all of this. So I just wanted you guys to know that everything is not equal when you're trying to do something in life. All right? This just illustrates the point. When you're thinking everything's a level playing field, there's somebody behind the scenes, behind the curtains. It's behind your job, behind whatever business or entity you're trying to do. There could be people trying to suppress you, and you don't know anything about it. Okay? And here goes a whole nother thing. I've been studying this for 8 months to a year, going through each little tick in all these boxes, because guys said it could be your thumbnail. I said, yeah, you're right, because I like this thumbnail, but it's probably not that good. It could be your title, but you could be right, except you're going to have to explain to me how I can have 80 to 100 on a scale of 0 to 100 in my title, yet other people who have 28 out of 100, 35 out of 100, they still have tens of thousands of views, no thumbnail, but we're talking about the same subject matter, and there's a drastic difference in the amount of views. I said, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what is actually happening. I'm not talking about, hey, I should have more views. I'm just sitting here saying, hey, all these little parameters that you guys keep saying people should have, it's irrelevant, because you can literally talk about the same thing and it has two different outcomes depending on who you are. I said, that's the nature of the business with anything, but don't act like somebody's not actually sitting around pressing a button looking at somebody's stuff, because I have 2 videos in a row that are age restricted. And so therefore there is a restriction, and I've been calling it suppression all along, and now I find out. So I had to tell you guys about this. Now, let me go to something else. Please, down below, in every video, in the description, there is a Weber where you can sign up for the newsletter. I need everybody now to go down below in the description and sign up for the newsletter, because now, like I've been saying on the live stream on Friday night, I said, you know what, only like 1,100 people to 2,000 people receive notification about a new video when I drop it. That's unacceptable as well. All right, we can see it in the back office. It's unacceptable to me. So now I need everybody to sign up for the newsletter. And yeah, I don't really send out that much unless I'm uploading a video. I also will now start doing Clubhouse. And so I'll probably send out a message when I'm doing the Clubhouse as well, which is some of the things we actually talk about now, except instead of chat, if somebody wants to actually talk, you'll be able to talk, and we can do question and answers via talk. So that's the only difference that's really going to happen. But I need everybody to sign up with the newsletter right now. All right? So there's other things that are going on in the background, and I probably won't get into it that much more right now, but I wanted to tell you guys, TubeBuddy, I have a link down below. TubeBuddy, if you plan on doing YouTube, you should get this. It helps you out with your titles. It helps you out with your thumbnails. It helps you out with a lot of things. That has to do with being a little bit more successful on YouTube. And then we have vidIQ, which also does similar things, you know, with your titles, with your thumbnails. It can do A, B, YouTubeBuddy. Both are the same. You can sign up and use the free version on either one. Then you can sign up and use the paid version, which gives you more features. So I'll have links for each one of these down below in the description. All right. But I just had to get this off my chest because there is so much BS going on and so much suppression when you're trying to help people. Literally walk through the gauntlet. When you say, hey, you know what? I'll give you a perfect example of what we talked about on Friday night. We had Mr. Estacio on, a Punta Cana realtor. We're sitting there telling people you don't need credit. You don't need to qualify for anything. You just need your $1,000 to reserve and put down 10, 20%, right? That's it. That's it. He's on here telling people exactly what to do. And instead of like most content creators, they will say, yeah, you can buy real estate, no credit, check, no money down, 500 down, whatever. But they won't tell you where to go get it. They won't tell you exactly where to go get it. Here we are telling people, here's the realtor. He shows how many units are left, shows you the price. Call me now. I can reserve it for you. We have asked Johan on, who's a real estate attorney lawyer in the Dominican Republic. We have him on. You don't have to even go through me. I'm not writing a course for this. You have him on. Just contact me and I'll give you their WhatsApp so you guys can contact them directly. You don't have to really go through me. I just don't want to put it on the internet where I'll have thousands of people potentially trying to contact these guys. So in other words, I just want you to come through me. I give you their information. I don't charge for any of this. Who else is out here doing this? Nobody else is sitting out here telling people, hey man, you can put down $1,000 and then give somebody $7,000 and pay $600 a month for 2 or 3 years. And at the end of that time, your loan to value, you'll be qualified because you put down 30% or 40%. And here's where you go get the property to boot. Who does that? All right. This is what we're out here doing. When we're talking about cleaning up your credit, and I actually show you, hey, freeze LexisNexis, Innovus, and SageStream. Oh, and by the way, I got 3 sample letters that you can use. Free. We ain't charging for this. You guys got to understand, there's bigger things going on out here. When you're thinking it's all gravy, everything's fine, it is all gravy, everything's fine. But there are people out here trying to oppress, suppress, and stop you from being able to do that. And by the way, SSN Lifestyle, start of it's going to be coming out in the next 2-3 days where you can become a founder. And the SSN Lifestyle is going to be a game changer, a life changer, and some new twists that some of the people have never even thought about doing. And that's why the government's going to be trying to get after me again, because I'm going to be helping out ordinary citizens in a different way. It's going to be like a big smile on your face, being able to make some money, being able to enjoy your life, and bonuses coming down the line. So therefore, they can't stop it. But of course, you just never know what's going to happen. But all I'm trying to say is it gets me riled up when I have supposedly a search engine, which is YouTube, suppressing videos that only give a drone shot and music. And then they suppress a video that has motivation, negative energy, and claim that apparently somehow, when I'm trying to talk to people about how to stay positive, even though people have negative vibes, negative energy, and doing negative things, somehow that is against their guidelines. So they're going to restrict my video. And who's these people watching it? And then today the guy's sitting there telling me, oh, Eric, you know what? It's the algorithm kind of messed up. I go, man, don't give me that garbage. Then if the algorithm's messing up on these 2 things, then you better start talking. You better go talk to somebody that's going to understand what you're saying, because I'm telling you, I watch a few videos on YouTube and I see language, nudity, and a whole bunch of other nonsense, and it seems you're not restricting nothing. And I'm going to get into something else too. Here's something else. I'm just going to get into all of it. So here's the other thing. You guys don't realize that sometimes I used to show clips of TV shows, right? I used to show little clips like CNBC, I used to show like a TV show for 10, 15, 20 seconds when I was doing videos. You know what used to happen in the background? I would get demonetized. That's right. I would be demonetized. Then they would put down in the description that this is licensed by so-and-so, whether it was for music or whether it was for little clips from TV shows. All right. Yet, how many of you guys go watch people's videos and they have clips of TV shows on there and they don't have no restriction whatsoever? They don't have nothing down in the description talking about it's licensed. It's not being, doesn't say not being monetized, but it'll say licensed under. That's how you know. All right? So today, the guy that's at YouTube starts talking to me going, we don't have any way to know if people's are being restricted. I go, BS. I go, 100% of my videos that you guys demonetize me for, down below in the description, you put down licensed by whoever that video or clip came from. What do you mean? I said 100% of mine. So I can understand what you're saying if it was 50% of my videos. But it's 100% of my videos you put down a disclaimer in the description section. So again, I'm feeling like, whoa, wait, am I being targeted? Because what you're saying is different than what's happening to me. You're saying this stuff doesn't happen, and I'm sitting there going, I can check everybody's stuff, and that's what I jammed him up on. I said, how come nobody else has these restrictions and getting demonetized? And then he comes back with that, well, I don't know how we can tell. I'm like, what do you mean? 100% of my videos that I have that thing, you guys send me over, and then you have something in the description saying something. So I'm like, okay, so now that you're saying that, that means it's different for other people as well. So you guys got to understand what I'm talking about here. All right? You guys have to understand what I'm talking about. So now, more than ever, you're going to have to share this video, because after this video, hey, my channel could be yanked. But again, you don't let somebody step on you and talk crap to you guys. All right? This is how it is in life and business. When people are sitting there talking to you, talking all this fake crap to you, talking about, oh, you might want to go to the YouTube Creator Academy and go see what's going on. You might want to go do that. I go, dude, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You're sitting here restricting me. Numbers don't lie. I said I have the same amount of views, same amount of views after 1, 2, 3 days than I did when I had 1,000 and 1,500 subscribers. So now I got 10 times the amount of subscribers, and I still have the same amount of views as when I had 1,000 to 1,500 on average. I go, what are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. All right? So don't let anybody punk you, and you do your due diligence, you study, and don't let anybody think that you're losing your mind when you know the numbers and you know what's going on. All right? That's what I wanted to point out today. And again, I'm calling it out like it is. You guys have heard of shadow ban? There's such a thing as shadow ban on YouTube. There's such a thing as shadow ban on all platforms. All right? They're doing stuff in the background on purpose. And unfortunately, that's how I'm feeling about right now. But I got a good news for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not stopping. It won't stop. Because unlike some other creators who charge for courses and do all this other stuff, clearly that's not where I make my money. All right? So, with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. This is what we're dealing with half the time, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it feels like when you're a minority in a country that lies, cheats, steals. This is what it feels like all the time. Oppression, suppression, when you're trying to get a move up in a job rank. When you're trying to start a business and they're saying, oh, I'm sorry, we can't give you funding. When you're sitting there trying to get a house and they come to your house and they tell you, hey, you know what? Your house is only worth $380,000, but appraiser, less than 100 yards away, there's a house that just sold for $450,000. What are you talking about? Oh, that's in the other subdivision. Again, 100 yards away, 450 grand. How you appraising my house for 380? They don't have a pool. I have a pool. They don't have a loft. I have a loft. My house is 400 square feet bigger than theirs. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's real out here in the field. And no matter what it looks like, smile on my face, having fun, doing what I want to do, there's still battles that need to be fought. And those battles never seem to change. And with all that said, we're keeping our head up. We keep moving. And I'm out.